From Alzheimer's to malnourishment and dead babies, today we'll be counting down 5 reasons being a vegan makes no sense. Number 5. I love animals, and most people don't want to see animals suffer. Many ethical vegans behave as if when you eat meat, it's as good as beating a cow to death. Some ethical vegans feel it is simply wrong to eat anything that is living and complex. If you're going to eat, how dare you kill something? In order to make way for crops, smaller animals have to die: mice, moles, and rabbits. While vegans wouldn't eat a rabbit, it doesn't seem to be a huge concern to them that rabbits have to die in order to make room for their crops. It is super hypocritical to make space for crops so you can be high and mighty not eating meat while you're still killing animals. Humans are animals and we eat other animals. It doesn't make us less ethical. Lions aren't less ethical because they decide to munch on gazelles instead of whatever plants grow in the desert. Number 4. Vegan diets don't make a lot of sense when you begin to think about evolution and what humans ate as they evolved. We were never really vegan. There is no long-standing community ever that has ever been vegan. When meat was lacking in the form of, say, chicken and cows and whatever else you could think of, humans resorted to instead eating grubs and insects. It should be a major sign that maybe veganism doesn't make a lot of sense when no large society has ever been completely vegan. We literally aren't built for vegan diets. Every herbivore either has teeth for grinding with jaw motions that are circular so they can grind, or they eat rocks, or they vomit and then eat that, or they have multi-chamber stomachs, or they have a very long digestive tract, or they eat their parents' shit. Some vegans will say, well, we don't have teeth like carnivores, our canines are small and our teeth aren't pointy. No, we have teeth like chimps, who are omnivores, incisors, canines, and bicuspids, meant to rip apart cooked meat, with molars made to minimally grind or crush nuts and plants. With a mixture of teeth, it is clear that we are made to be omnivores. Number 3. Triple chocolate brownie cookies. But it's vegan, so it's totally healthy. No, it's not. Truthfully, most vegans are healthier than the average person. That's only because vegans are typically health-conscious people. However, that shouldn't be taken as if veganism is healthier than other diets. If a person is health-conscious, a vegan diet doesn't make a lot of sense, as you are willingly restricting yourself from certain nutrients, which doesn't seem to be very healthy. Carnosine is great for protecting the brain from degenerative diseases. In people with Parkinson and Alzheimer's, carnosine levels are extremely low. Carnosine is only gotten from eating meat. No amount of beans, nuts, and fermented soy is going to give you carnosine, which means you would have to take a supplement for that. Vitamin B12 is also important and essential for all the cells in your body. It's especially important for your brain. Low B12 levels can mean a much higher chance of Alzheimer's. There are very few efficient sources of B12, meat, eggs, and seafood. That's about it, and maybe some algae. One study showed 92% of vegans were B12 deficient. Too many vegans will point out, but the China study. No, the China study is cherry-picked bullshit. The China study is a book by Colin Campbell, who cherry-picked portions of the huge study called The China Project, and used bits and pieces of that exhaustive study, which has flaws itself, to come to his own conclusion that meat was evil and plants are the best, and called it The China Study. Campbell once quoted a Harvard study saying that they agreed with him on his stance on animal protein. Unfortunately for him, David Luthwig, the lead researcher of that Harvard study, was in the audience and said that they didn't make that conclusion. Number 2. It is extremely important when a mother is breastfeeding to make sure that her breast milk is up to par, which means if she is vegan, she must take a bunch of supplements in order to make sure that her milk passes on the nutrients that her child needs. Unfortunately, not all vegan mothers follow this rule. Vegan diets can be dangerous, especially for children. A 1-year-old baby almost died from a vegan diet. They were severely underweight and calcium deficient, which led to a heart issue that needed surgery. A few years earlier, a woman's baby actually died from being fed solely breast milk. which is ironic. Vegans believe you shouldn't consume animal products, including milk. Breast milk is clearly not vegan. Some vegans, however, get around this by saying that cows don't consent, therefore that's what makes it not vegan. Does this mean if a human consents to being eaten that you can technically eat them and be vegan? What if a cocoa one day signs, "Eat me"? Does that mean vegans can begin chomping down on some vegan gorilla meat? Number 1. Being vegan is completely unnecessary. If you are one of the very rare people who have been bitten by a tick that can produce life-threatening red meat allergies, then by all means don't go about eating red meat, but that still leaves seafood and poultry on the table. If you're a vegan simply because you don't like our farming practices, you should try to elicit plausible changes in order to better the industry, else you're not really helping and you're still responsible for dead animals. Unless you're farming yourself, and let's be real, you're not. You also put yourself at risk of degenerative brain diseases, and for what? So a moo-moo can go about living a bit longer. Being deficient in important nutrients and taking supplements to counteract the effects of your diet doesn't seem to be all that logical. If you like the video and like to see more, please like, share and subscribe. Videos will be uploaded every Friday.